Radio. Anim sa 7 kontinente, mahigit sa 100 bansa at teritoryo, iba't ibang kultura at lengguwahe, nagkakaisa at nananatiling solido. Ito ang INC Radio.
This is INCRadio, DZEM 954, the voice of truth, the official radio station of the Church of Christ, or Iglesianicristo.
To INCRadio Micronesia, and we are so happy to have everyone here with us today for another episode of our wonderful show coming to you from the islands of Micronesia. I'm Sister Marisol Soria, one of your hosts for tonight, and I'm joined by my lovely sister there in the locale of Machinao.
Yes, thank you, Sister Marisol, and good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to everyone tuning in today. I'm Sister Anne from the local congregation of Machinao, and I will be Sister Marisol's co-host for the evening. And I'm super excited to hear about what our crew members have to say about this evening's topic, because I know all of us here are all multimedia officers for the district. So I'm looking forward to hearing how everyone ignited their passions.
Agreed, Sister Anne. So while we're at it, let's go ahead and introduce the rest of our crew that's joining us here tonight. Here on the island of Guam, we also have our District Multimedia Director, Brother Mike.
Hello. Thank you, Sister Marisol, for the introduction. Glad to be back again.
Awesome. And then also on the island of Saipan, we have our brethren there. If you guys want to introduce yourselves.
Hello, Micronesia. I am one of your YouTube engagers for tonight.
Hello, everyone. My name is Sister Bamba from the locale of Saipan, and I'm also one of your YouTube engagers tonight. And next to me is Sister Gwen.
And hello, my name is Brother Doc, and I am also a District Multimedia member here in the local of Saipan.
Alrighty, so those are all of our District Multimedia Officers that we're going to hear from tonight for our topic titled Behind the Lens. So we're going to be learning about the different things that we love, or the things that led us to our duties here in District Multimedia. So our first question for tonight is, what first sparked your interest in photography and or videography? Let's hear from Brother Mike.
Okay. It's kind of strange because from when I was little, my family would always go vacation there in the Philippines. And for some reason, I remember my dad would have those camcorders, and he would use those little small cassette tapes. That's what it's called, right?
Yeah.
Like with those small camcorders.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, and then, growing up, he would put them away, put them in boxes, and like after school, maybe in those times, like I just dig around my house and like I see those small cassette tapes, and I learned how to. I think my dad would teach me how to play those. But anyways, um, it's actually it started off with my dad when I was watching him do it when I was little.
Mm-hmm.
But another strange thing that when I was growing up, I never got into it. I never was interested. I just see people around holding these cameras, and eventually using their phones. And at first, like nothing. I had really no interest in it.
Mm-hmm.
Then just a couple years back, so I would say about maybe 11 years, 11 or 12 years ago, that's when I first started to learn it from scratch.
Yeah.
I had my kuyas from abroad teach me at first. They let me just start from the books, and then eventually they helped me um, uh, progress in it by just going out and shooting some things.
They really threw you into the experience,
Yep,
huh?
yep.
Yeah, I have to agree. I feel like my dad was a big influence on my love for videography and photography too. You know, cameras were always something present around the house. And even my mom, you know, growing up, she loved taking pictures of us. And I think at first, you know, it was kind of like, "Oh, mom, why are you always wanting to take pictures?" But as I grew up, especially, you know, once I started going to things on my own for school and for church, and even when I moved out after college, I learned to treasure the value of those memories being captured both through video and photos, and that's what really made my love for multimedia grow. How about you, Sister Anne?
I think for me, it all started when I was very young, just like all of you guys. Because when I was a kid, my friends and I, and even my cousins, we were really into like homemade movies, like film, like making our own films just for fun. And it was something that we always enjoyed doing. So I think this passion was always instilled within me without me even knowing that I take this interest with me even when I'm older. So I think that's something that I can relate to you guys, that it's always been there ever since we were younger.
Agreed, agreed. You know, I think sometimes when you grow up in front of the camera, right? Because I also had a lot of experiences when I was younger where, you know, you're always the one in front of it,
Your
right? Because
parents
of
would
your
hold it.
parents, or even like stage performances, right? And then
Yeah.
when you got older, when you become the one who's teaching the ones who's performing, you end up being behind the camera and you learn
Yes.
skills for the production design behind the camera. And it in turn creates like a deeper love for production, not just media, but even performance production as well. It all just comes together and kind of grew into each other. How about Brother Joff?
So for me, when I was little, I was just like Sister Maricel. I was getting annoyed whenever my mom would be taking pictures. But then just last year, when I took took the duty as a district multimedia member, I started taking a lot of interest in taking pictures, capturing the nice moments of our memories. Yeah.
Very well said, Brother Joff. Sister Jillian, Sister Bam, did you have anything that you wanted to add?
For me, it's also the same with Sister Anne and Brother John, Sister Marisol. My parents are always the one taking the photo, and looking back, they're always capturing these moments that I enjoy looking at now. So for me, I enjoy taking photos because I want to be able to look back on them and see like what kind of life I had now and what moments did I have now that I enjoy.
Oh,
Um,
that's such a beautiful point to bring up, right? Like even just for ourselves, these video and photo memories are a great way to facilitate self-reflection. Oh, that's such a good point, Sister Bam. So, you know, moving on with our conversation, there's so many different aspects to media production, both photography and videography. What does anyone have a particular aspect that we love the most? Like, what do we enjoy the most when it comes to our media production?
Let me think. I know it's when you're building ideas of what you want to shoot or like on the camera,
Mhm.
right? And then actually executing it. And then when you're behind the scenes or doing the post productions, you're reviewing the shots you've taken from the camera and just piecing it together. I'd say that's the best parts for me.
Oh, seeing the big picture come together from all the
Yeah,
small pieces.
yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely spoken like a true editor. Does anyone else have one that they want to share? For me, I think our other DMM officers could probably testify too. My favorite part is interviewing. I love hearing people's stories. It's something that I think just comes naturally because of my love for it. I like to try to make our interviews feel like me and the interviewee are, um, just going out for coffee and talking about the topic. Um, and getting to know people's stories, it's very inspiring, and
Mm.
always gaining the different perspectives that they have. I think it's a beautiful thing that we get to learn about people through our duties.
What about Joff? Joff, what would be like your favorite part or like your favorite moments when you're actually doing the camera operating?
So for me, my favorite part of photography or videography, if I would choose one, I would rather take videography. I mean, no, 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 photography, because I like to capture the moment and create memories. Not only taking the picture because it's a nice shot, but also taking the picture because it tells a story. It actually sends a message to everyone I'm looking at the picture.
So true. You know what they say, pictures are worth 1,000 words, right? How about you, Sister Anne?
I think for me, I don't think there's anything that I prefer more than the other. I think when it comes to like the different aspects, I enjoy them all in different ways. Like for like camera shots, I really like how this captures a moment with a single still shot and it shows the beauty of whatever it is that you're trying to catch. And then when it comes to like filmmaking, I enjoy how we're able to tell a story in this way of media.
That's so true. Very well said, sister. So all of us have been DMM officers for a little while, right? Obviously for different amount of times, but long enough to where it's made an impact on our lives as far as our experiences in media production. So how has our passion for photography or videography or even cinematography, right? Especially for those of us who have worked on in cinema, how has it evolved over time?
I'd say for me, uh, it starts small. So you're at first you're taking pictures, you're taking solo shots, you're taking one person, you're taking a group of people, and then once you get to know a little bit about videography, you start as small with just getting short clips, and then next thing you know, you're um, working around the camera, trying to set up an interview, and then in the projects that we do for the church, we get to do in cinemas. And I remember probably like 5 years ago, that was my first rodeo with it. And at that point, I felt like I've okay, I've never done this before. It feels like it's a new ground space for me, and it feels like it is making me evolve with just basically everything that I've learned so far.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I agree. I agree. I think uh, because we work on a team of people, we end up learning other skills that may be able to push us out of our comfort zone.
Oh, that's true.
And so
Yeah.
those challenges help us grow more as people and are then tied to our love for videography, video and
Yeah. It's a
cinematography. So
domino effect. You
yeah.
learn one thing, it's a chain reaction to your okay, now you're building your social skills, now
Mhm.
you're building your relationship with people you don't even know or you'd want to know, right? So it's like a chain reaction to it. Yeah.
Agreed. Agreed. How about you, Brother Joff?
Okay, so for me, so when I was little, I didn't really like photography. I didn't know anything about it until I took this duty, and I liked it so much that I started begging my dad just to buy me a camera. And yeah, I started liking it a lot more since I got a camera.
Oh, yay! Yay for skills growing.
Yes, yes, yes.
That's awesome, Brother Joff. And we're so glad that you get to exercise that growing love for cinematography because you have your own tool now. You have your own camera. That's awesome. How about you, Sister Anne?
Um, I don't know if anyone else like has this mindset, but I feel like lately I've been realizing that you always like come back to your roots or like you're always connected to it without you being aware of it until like time passes by. But through time it has like I think for me it's evolved like my skills with like what you guys mentioned about like when you work with a team you really do learn from each other and especially the ones that you're inspired from they always teach you something new. So I think that's something that I also noticed also when I was given the privilege to help direct some of our films for the In Cinema. I thought this was something that I thought I would never be able to do or I was even capable of doing. So I think that's just a testament of how we can see ourselves grow and evolve in our passions for media itself.
I think that that's a beautiful sentiment to end our discussion on because that is so true. All of us have learned more about ourselves and more about each other and more about our faith through our love for cinematography, videography, and photography in our duties in multimedia. So, thank you guys
Yes.
for such a beautiful discussion. We hope that this has shed more light on the multimedia duties that are here in the church. And if anyone ever wants to talk about what you can do for multimedia, you know who to talk to. So with that, we want to hear from more of our listeners and see what we have in the comments there. You know, if anyone's talked about what the most important factor is for them when taking a photo. And for that, we're going to pass on to Sister Jillian and Sister Gwen.
Wait.
And
Hello,
Sister
so if this is your first time joining into our broadcast, here are some ways you can support us.
Chat, thank you for supporting us. We love hearing about your experiences here on INC Radio. Let us also know where you are joining us from.
Are you familiar with our hashtag challenge? If not, you can also participate by mentioning your local congregation as well as which Christian family organization you belong to.
Near the end of our broadcast, we will announce the hashtag challenge winners, so please continue engaging with us in the comments below. We hope you have a nice day and enjoy our show.
All right. With that, we want to hear from our comments. Sister Bam and Sister Gwen.
Hello, Micronesia. Now, thank you, Kuya Tech, though, but now it's time to read all of your wonderful comments. So first, we'll begin with Brother Julius Malabanan. Praises to the Lord. We have the INCRadio Micronesia po. Greetings to Ka Joven and his family, to my awesome wife, Ka Michelle, and daughter, Ka Bam Bam. Then we also have greetings to all those who participated in the activities celebrating the ninth anniversary of the district led by Ka Joven and Ka Roger po. More power, District of Micronesia. Let's prepare for the 10th. Then we also have Brother Roger Villegas Jr. Good evening po to our district minister, Brother Joven Sapilio Jr. and family po. Good evening po to our district assistant district minister, Brother Julius Malabanan and family po. Hashtag Holderville. Then we have Brother Ronick Lizardo. Greetings to our district minister, Brother Joven Sapilio Jr. and to our assistant district minister, Brother Julius Malabanan and all ministers and family. Greetings, brethren. Hashtag San Jose. Now we want to read your wonderful answers to our YouTube engagement question. First, we have Brother Matt Luis Pasha. The most important factor when taking a photo is capturing the perfect time, place, and quality of the photo that brings delight in my heart. Next, we have Brother Julius Malabanan. Most important part of getting my good side, which is the backside of my head. Let's flip that. It's better to see the face, brother. Next we have, but I'm just saying that because everyone is beautiful. Po. Next we have brother Matt Luis Pasha actually replying to our assistant district minister saying, "Ha ha ha, that's so funny." But that is such a relatable feeling. For sometimes you can't just get it right. Then we have our sister Charlene Faye Dinogan. The most important thing about taking a picture is telling a story. I agree, po. Next, we have Sister Jade Pasha. The most important thing is getting the perfect angle on my phone.
Okay, we'll continue with the greetings. We have some shoutouts for other districts from Emmanuel and Daya saying hello for INCRadio. Micronesia, have fun and enjoy. And then we have so many greetings from all the locales such as Guam, Copperville, Machanal, San Jose, Saipan, and Jigo. There's so many comments, and I'm so glad to see everybody in the live chat. Back to you, Sister Marisol.
Thank you, Sister Bam and Sister Gwen. Now we want to see what our district has been up to in our CFO in action.
CFO in action.
Thank you, Quitek. So recently, our district was able to celebrate the 9th anniversary of the District of Micronesia on March 31st with a theme anchored in faith, where the brethren were able to showcase their talents and love for their district by various performances, games, as well as bonding with one another as members within the church. So we hope everyone in attendance enjoyed this momentous celebration. Now for a Micronesia's lineup and for future activities, we do have on April 5, INC Kids video watching in the local of Guam. And on April 5th also, there will be a family fun walk in Koblerville at Olia Sports Complex. And then on April 6th, there will be a kite flying in San Jose at the American Memorial Park. And also on April 6th, there will also be a Guam Sports Clinic for volleyball. So we hope everyone is excited for these future activities. Now we want to move on to our... Actually, we'll announce our local hashtag winners and our most supportive brethren next week. So we'll have Sister Marisol invite everyone to next week's broadcast.
Yes, so everyone, please continue to comment and continue to listen next week, for we have another show coming up on Friday, April 11th at 9:30 p.m. Chamorro Standard Time. So we look forward to seeing everyone again at that time next week. And then we will be announcing additional winners for our local hashtag as well as most supportive listeners. So with that, that brings us towards the end of our show. Unfortunately, our 30 minutes goes by so fast because we have fun with our discussions, but we can't forget to say thank you to everyone who helps us make our show happen. So back to you, Sister Anne.
Yes, thank you, Sister Marisol. And now for our end of the show greetings and thank yous, we would like to thank our beloved Executive Minister, Brother Eduardo V. Manalo, as well as our CEBSI President, CEO, and CFO Coordinator, Brother Angelo Arano Manalo. And we do have more greetings with Sister Gwen.
We'd also like to greet our District Minister, Brother Joven Cepilio Jr., our Assistant District Minister, Brother Julius Malabanan, our CFO Overseer, Brother Roger Manzanilla Jr., and our District Multimedia Advisor, Brother Roger Villegas Jr.
Then I'd also like to greet and thank to our crew members, first from the island of Saipan, Sister Bam, Sister Jillian, Brother Arwai, Brother Matt, and Brother Judah, along with our crew members from the island of Guam, Sister Arlene, Sister Anne, Sister Faye, Sister Maricel, Sister Randy, Brother Michael, and Brother Sean, along with our station manager, Brother Wally Tarai, and our executive producer, Brother Emmanuel Andaya.
And with that, we want to say goodnight, Micronesia, and thank you so much for tuning in to our show tonight. We can't wait to see everyone again next week. Everyone take care and stay tuned for the next INC Radio show.